Bendito Mantato is a right winger who is a product of the Manchester United Academy. The young player joined Manchester United at the age of 9 and has represented the club up to the under-21 youth level. His eye-catching performances have seen him feature in age groups beyond his years for both club and country, as he has represented England from under-15s to under-17s level. After reading various scouting reports and watching numerous videos of Bendito Mantato, it's obvious to see why Manchester United are excited by this youngster. Some of the many strengths he possesses are his lightning quick pace, as he can often move the ball beyond defenders and beat them in a foot race. He often pairs his pace with his dribbling, making him a nightmare when running directly at defenders, and he also has an eye for goal when opportunities arise. Some things he has to work on though are his decision making, sometimes choosing the wrong option in possession, and his physical stature, as he can be a bit lightweight. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Passion for FM, we can show you what Bendito Mantato would look like if he were part of the original FM24 database. Now obviously, due to age restrictions, not all of the players could be in the game that are in academies. But if you want to add hundreds of brand new Wonderkids to your save games, such as Bendito Mantato, you can do so by downloading Passion for FM's Next Gen database. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Simply download the database, load it alongside a brand new save game, and you will instantly have access to hundreds of brand new real world Wonderkids that you can scout, sign and develop. Right then, in today's video, we're going to be looking at the career of Bendito Mantato, as we're going to jump forward 15 years into the future and see how he develops at the 5, 10 and 15 year markers to see how good of a player he can actually become. Before we run the test though, don't forget to go down into the comments section and give me your predictions as to what is about to happen. How good do you think Bendito Mantato can be? Do you think that he will go on to become an elite Wonderkid? Do you think he will stick with Manchester United for the 15 years? Or will he move around clubs? Let me know your predictions in the comments section. And whilst you're there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all of the latest content right here on the channel. Right then, for this video, we have tried to replicate real life as best as we can. I've started a save in 2024, and that means that Mantato is 16 years old and he's a member of Manchester United's under-18s team. He starts the game as an attacking midfielder playing from either wing and can also cover some defensive positions too. Looking at his attributes, he has a long way to go to become one of those upper tier Wonderkids, but in terms of his technicals, he does score well for first touch and for technique. In the mentals, his aggression, his determination and flair stand out, and in the physicals, he has really good acceleration and pace for a 16-year-old, alongside great natural fitness. So this is him at the start of the game in 2024. Let's jump forwards to the first marker and see how he develops. Okay, so we have now jumped forwards 5 years and reached the first checkpoint. It is 2029. Bendito Mantato is 21 years old and he's chosen to go out on loan from Manchester United to Watford to gain some first team experience. He was finding it difficult to break through at Manchester United, only making 8 first team appearances so far, and he would make 15 appearances whilst out on loan at Watford to gain that first team experience. The first team experience has helped his development. You can see already that he is much improved as a footballer just since the age of 16. In terms of his technicals now, he has crossing of 14, dribbling of 13, first touch of 12 and technique of 12. In the mentals, he's really progressed there too. Aggression, anticipation, decisions, determination, flair, off the ball and work rate all starting to grow. In terms of the physicals, that blistering pace that was picked up in the scouting reports is clearly there. 16 he scores for pace, 16 for acceleration and 16 for agility. Dropping back to play in the Championship for Watford could kickstart his career. He obviously will cause defenders problems with his pace and acceleration, but the question is, how much development can we see between the ages of 21 and 26, And will he stick it out at Manchester United or eventually have to be sold on to get more first team football? We have now jumped forwards to the next checkpoint. That means we are 10 years into the future. It's 2034 and Bendito Mantato is no longer a Manchester United player. At the age of 26, he's now playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Looking at his career path, he went out on loan early, went back to Manchester United and couldn't really make an impression, only playing 14 times. Would have a loan to Borussia Mönchengladbach, where he played 14 times and scored once. And then Wolves would come in with a bid of £14.75 million, and he would sign for them in 2032. In the 2 seasons that he's been there so far, he's managed to make 68 appearances and score 4 goals. Also, that first team football that he has been experiencing has really started to show him off as a footballer, and the development is coming with it. In terms of the technicals now, he has standout crossing, dribbling and first touch alongside his technique. In the mentals, he has 15 for aggression, anticipation, determination. He scores highly for off the ball and decisions too. And in the physicals, still 16 for acceleration and pace, 17 for agility, 14 for stamina, natural fitness and balance. So between the ages of 21 and 26 he has developed, but despite that he's only played in 147 games so far. Will he become a late bloomer as he gets more first team football? Can we expect more development as we get to the 15-year mark? We have now reached the final checkpoint. We are 15 years into the future. It's 2039. Bendito Mantato is 31 years old and he is stuck with Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's finally got the chance to play first team football regularly and it has aided his development. He would play 231 times for Wolves, scoring 20 goals, and across his career now at the age of 31, he has 310 appearances and 27 goals. Looking at some of the development that has come along, between the ages of 26 and 31, there are little bits of progress, and he doesn't show too much sign of regression, but it's not that explosive type of development that we see with some Wonderkids when they're exposed to first team football, certainly the ones that can become late bloomers. In terms of his technicals, 16 for crossing, 13 for dribbling, 14 for first touch and 14 for technique. In the mentals, he actually becomes quite rounded as a player mentally. Aggression, anticipation, both scoring 15, determination of 16, off the ball and decisions 13 also. In terms of the physicals, he's lost half a yard it seems in terms of his acceleration for 15, pace of 15, agility of 18. So the biggest regression actually would come in his physicals at the age of 31. But still, the player has managed to work his way from Manchester United's under-18s team up to play for Watford in the Championship and then Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he would carve out a career at Wolves that would see him go on and actually make over 200 appearances for one club. To end up with 310 appearances though is a little bit disappointing across 15 years, especially with a player that has so much potential. I firmly believe that if you can get him from Manchester United early, maybe do what Watford did, loan him and put an option to buy in and play him consistently, there is so much more to come from this player, and I think that you can actually outdevelop the version that you see on the screen here, and I think he does have that capability of going one tier higher and maybe just touching the elite Wonderkid status, but it will come with a bit of luck and a lot of development. Let me know in the comments section down below, is the development that you see on Bendito Mantato exactly what you thought would happen? Did you think he was going to stick it out with Manchester United? Did you know he was going to move to another club? And did you think he would be better or worse than the development you can see on screen? Right then, that's 15 years throughout the career of Bendito Mantato. Certainly a player with a big future if he can hit the heights of his potential. If you still want to get Wonderkids like Bendito Mantato into your game, you're going to need the next gen database from Passion 4 FM. Don't forget to download that in the description down below. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, I'll see you on another video very soon. And don't forget to check out the rest of the potential Football Manager Wonderkids series.